And we will have a look at some more of the restaurants in just a moment. But remember, this is one night, 5 restaurants, all in Fort Lauderdale, $125. Book your ticket now at checkpleasefl.com. Don't put it off, because if you do, you're not going to be on the bus. That's as simple as that. And just by the way, the other thing is that all the funds that from the proceeds from this event will go towards the production of Check Please. And if you are a fan of Check Please, as I'm sure you are, that you know that this is one of our, actually it's our most popular local program we do, is Check Please South Florida. And if you enjoy it and want to see that show continue, buy your ticket now so you can ensure to do that. And we also have, which I didn't mention earlier, we also have, while you're on the bus being entertained by Paul and by Michelle, we will have raffle prizes that are provided by the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association. And you can pre-purchase those raffle tickets online as well. And there will also be, as we go to the restaurants for vegetarians, there will be some vegetarian options. Of course, when you go to Sublime, that will be your vegetarian vegan option, and you'll have a great time there. Sublime always has some fantastic dishes when you go to there. And so you guys, again, have you participated in this kind of event before, where folks are coming to you and it's a fundraising event?
Well, we've been involved in a lot of fundraisers at Sublime. I'm sure you have
we
as well,
do.
Mike.
Just recently, we do fundraising for Japan and Thailand. We raised about $4,000 on that night.
Wow.
On that day, in daytime, yes.
Yeah. So, but this is a great way. I know that I know you guys love the show. And the show has brought a lot of new interest from people to your restaurants. When people do come, do they often mention, or did they ever mention that I saw you on Check Please?
Oh, frequently.
Yeah.
Frequently.
Oh, it's a lot. Yeah, a lot. Yep. It's tremendous.
For us, it's been over 2 years, and we still have people that mention Check Please from the website, from re-airs. So it's been a really terrific experience for us.
Good. Yeah, it's the old thing. If you haven't seen the show, it's new to you. Right? And if you haven't been on this event, if you haven't been on a kind of a bus tour of restaurants, this will be new. And I think this is a brilliant event. I just think it's a great idea how to bring folks together who would like to have a night of fun, a night of food, a night of entertainment. And you'll have all that in this wonderful package. And again, the ticket prices are $125. You can purchase them at checkpleasefl.com. There will be raffles, prizes, and stuff offered during the bus ride as you go from restaurant to restaurant. And I should mention again, the restaurants are the Canyon, Coco Asian Bistro, Rocco's Tacos, Sublime, and 11th Street Annex. These are some fantastic Fort Lauderdale. And again, if you're interested, some will have a vegetarian option as they go through the thing. So lots of things to do that night. And here's a look at 2 of the other restaurants participating in the Check Please Tasting Tour.
Margaritas are great. Actually, it's stronger than anywhere else. And the food is very healthy and fresh.
Very trendy and very popular. I think you used the word hipster earlier. Well, I didn't feel like a hipster when I went there.
I did.
You did feel like
I was recognized in the place, and it made me.
You were recognized.
Someone said, "Are you Paul Castor number one?" So I really liked the place.
and I thought it was very fast. I was amazed how quickly they brought us our food, and how quickly, like at lunchtime, if you're in a business, you're in a hurry.
I was impressed by the different flavors of the foods, and the guacamole at tableside is worth the drive.
It's a nice atmosphere. And if you're single, that's where you want to hang out, at the bar.
If you want to go and be seen and see somebody and be part of the Fort Lauderdale single crowd, it's a great restaurant for you.
It was very enjoyable.
You can either get a full dinner, order several different appetizers, and I think you top it off with your prickly pear, and you feel like you're on vacation, but you're right here in town. I always feel like all the ingredients are very fresh. The menu changes regularly. You can taste the individual flavors of those breadcrumbs on the shrimp, which is just amazing.
You must have some palate on you.
Fort Lauderdale Institution, I'm glad you're still there. Thank you for sending me back there, because I hadn't been forever, and it was a great experience.
That was a fun fun show. You remember that, Paul?
Vaguely. No, I had a great time. In fact, I became very good friends with the people at Rocco's Tacos. We eat there all the time.
Did you really?
I love when they come and they do the guacamole at the table side. To me, that's a home
That is my
run.
favorite thing in the whole world.
We go to the West Palm one when we go to Sunfest and the one in Las Olas. So, I mean, yeah, and they got one in Boca. That place is blowing up.
Yeah, it's really good. And, you know, the show helps a lot of restaurants do well, which is awesome.
Good.
It's my favorite thing. As a restaurateur, I mean, if I can help other people get busy. But we never reviewed my own restaurants.
Send me in. I'm ready to go.
You're not allowed to review my restaurants.
Do you ever know when a critic comes into your restaurant? Like, do they come in with sunglasses on and a trench coat? I mean, do you know if they're in there?
Sometimes, but sometimes they do more disguises than that. I had a woman completely change her look. I mean, 100%. Never knew who she was. And I happened to know her.
But Michi's or Sarah Martinez, neither one have ever gotten a bad rep, or ever.
A couple of bad blogs, but never a bad review. You know,
You can't
everybody's
please them all.
different. No, I'm afraid not.
Wait, look, is that a skirt steak I'm looking at right
So
there?
I am cooking you a skirt steak because I decided another dish that would go really well with your wine. I'm dedicated to you today.
Thank
And
you.
if you don't mind, I always tell viewers you should always cook with the wine that you would drink. In other words, people buy, you know, lesser expensive wines or those cooking wines that have a lot of sodium in them. And I always tell people if you're going to drink a wine, just use a little bit in your cooking and then drink a little bit on the side.
So quality wine is just as good. I just hate to waste a glass that I could be
I'm
drinking.
not going to put a whole glass in here. You'll see, I promise
All
you.
right, good.
And you're going to love it. It's
All right,
really
looks like
delicious.
a shallot of some type.
So here I have a skirt steak.
All right.
I'm throwing in some shallots just for a little bit of sweet, minced up really small. I have some green peppercorns, which, you know, green peppercorns normally come in brine, which is really what you want.
I thought that was a caper.
They look a lot like capers, but if you smell, nothing
No,
like
I
a
missed
caper.
that day as a student at Johnson & Wales.
Anyway, so green peppercorns because I'm sort of doing something a little bit like a steak au poivre. And then what I'm going to do, if you will give me a little bit of that bottle of wine, because I'm not taking any away from my glass.
No.
I'm actually going to deglaze the pan. You know about deglazing?
I know how to do that, yeah. It takes all the little stuff on the bottom of the pan, adds to
Exactly.
the, builds what we would like to call in the industry a flavor profile.
That's very good.
All right, I watch way too much cooking on television. Go ahead.
You definitely do, but as long as you watch a little bit of our show,
No,
we'll be
I'm
happy.
picking up on it. Are you kidding me?
So what would you say? That's like half a glass of wine.
We can give up a half a glass for a quality meal. Absolutely.
go.
As long as you got a second bottle ready to open. Oh, look what I found.
I'm taking that home. Don't you
Oh,
dare
I'm gonna put it back over here.
move that over here. All right, so I'm finishing the cooking of the steak in with your wine.
Now,
And
do you
I-
burn the alcohol off, yet the flavor of the wine stays? Is that how it works?
Yes. Yeah,
I like
and
when you
also
get the flames going.
I'm working on an
Electric,
electric
I know.
stove here. What do you want me to do? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a little bit of a butter sauce by shaking the pan. Rather than using a whisk, I'm shaking the pan, and I'll add a little bit of butter to thicken the sauce. And I like my steak rare to mid-rare. What do you think? Are you good with that?
Medium to medium rare. You like
You're
it
a
rare?
medium guy? Well, yeah,
Well, you know, it's a time constraint for cooking, so make it however you want.
it's going to be rare.
I'm not going to argue with one of the greatest chefs in the world. So the sauce
very
is
generous of you
the
to
sauce
say,
is going
by
to
the way.
include butter and peppercorns and the wine. And is there anything else I'm missing?
Nope.
Okay, that's not rare. That could walk off here.
No, that's rare.
All right, it's rare.
Stop. All right, I'm going to season my sauce a little bit, and I do have a touch of Worcestershire because I love Worcestershire. Just a tiny little bit.
Can you spell it?
As a matter of fact, I can.
I'm sure you can.
Worcestershire.
That's exactly right.
So,
See that wooden spoon? If you grew up in an Italian household, you would run in fear.
really?
Yeah, the mothers always crack you across the knuckles with those.
My mother used to use the belt.
Oh, the belt. Okay, yeah.
She never actually hit me. She used to
My mother
run
was always
after
in the
me with
kitchen,
it.
so it was get out of here.
Well,
with the
that's
wooden
where she would
spoon.
do it.
Exactly.
All right, so you see how this turns into a really nice glaze?
It smells wonderful.
Thank you. I just pour that right over my steak. And there we have
Yes. What do you call this?
steak à la Castronovo.
Oh, I love that. Steak, a dish she made up moments ago.
Absolutely.
That's interesting about recipes. I know you don't have a lot of time, but I mean, are there times when you just stand in front of your fridge and go, all right, I got to create something?
Yes. On my way to the fridge, I'm already creating it.
Like, what do I have in there, and what am I going to make, and is it going to come
Yeah,
out?
and it's usually not much.
Yeah.
So.
But you can create stuff with just a few simple recipes or dishes.
That's right.
Yeah, good,
and
good,
I
good.
have to get back to this.
Go.
So if you'll excuse me.
I'm going to eat.
And you'll get lots of wonderful tastes and dishes on the Check Please tasting tour. Go to checkpleasefl.com for information and to purchase your tickets. And here's a look at our final stop on the tour, where we'll enjoy my favorite course, dessert.
It's a great, homey little, cozy spot in the heart of Fort Lauderdale to go if you're looking for really quality farm-to-table food.
It's definitely an unconventional restaurant location, and Penny and Johnny, who are the owners, they also run a catering business. And
you know what they call themselves, right?
Yes, two ugly sisters.
You can't really go to that many places where you feel confident in ordering anything on the menu that it's going to be wonderful.
You walk in there, you can feel the love. It's wonderful, and you're literally sitting on living room furniture. Very nice.
There was one time where we were, and speaking of pineapple, the way into the entrance, there's a couple pineapple plants. Sure enough, next time we come in, pineapple upside down cake from that pineapple.
As soon as she said pineapple upside down cake, my ears perked up because I love that dessert.
When you're downtown Fort Lauderdale visiting or working, head on over to the 11th Street Annex, and Penny and Johnny will give you some great personal service and some excellent food.
Well, we're almost to the end of the program, and if you haven't purchased your ticket for this event, I think you better get to your computer as fast as you can. Remember, checkpleaseflorida.com, fl.com. That's where you go to purchase the tickets. Again, the event, a bus tour, 5 restaurants in Fort Lauderdale. We have the Canyon, Coco Asian Bistro, Rocco's Tacos, Sublime, and the one you just saw, 11th Street Annex. Great night throughout the thing. You have a chance to book at 5:30 or 6 o'clock start time with the buses, and you will circle around, and you'll have Paul or Michelle on your bus. Actually, they're going to switch at some point, so you will be sure to get both of them. You'll have a chance to meet them both. This is a great event. It's all there to help Check Please South Florida. It's all the proceeds from the event will go to the production of Check Please South Florida. And if you love Check Please, you want to become a person on one of the buses, so you can be there. The sponsors for tonight, I just want to mention again, is Florida Restaurant and Lodging Associations. They will be doing raffles on board the buses, and there's Southern Wine and Spirits is providing some wine and some spirits, because that's what they do. San Michelle and Terencia and El Carajo, they are also providing some of the beverages that we'll have on that night. And again, this is going to be a wonderful, wonderful evening. And again, we have I want to thank 2 of the folks that we've had here is Greg Baer from Sublime and Mike Palong from Coco Asian Bistro. And you guys you'll be there, and you'll have a wonderful time. I'm sure everyone coming to your restaurants will have a great time.
We're looking forward to it.
Same here. We're looking forward to, and we're waiting for them.
All right.
Enjoy it.
Terrific. And again, the date is November the 8th. It's a Tuesday night. The buses will leave at 5:30 and at 6 o'clock. You purchase your tickets online at checkpleasefl.com. When you go to the page, you'll see the icon to go to the event. And you also have a chance to purchase raffle tickets, because there will be wonderful fun and games going on in the buses from place to place as we go. Again, one more time, just in case you've sort of slipped by your mind, the restaurants we're going to is the Canyon, Coco Asian Bistro, Sublime, Rocco's Tacos, and the 11th Street Annex. And also, Michelle will be doing something very, very special from Mishi's right there. So you have the date, you have the time, you have the place to go to it. Go and have a wonderful evening. And now let's toss it back over to Michelle.
So I'm heating up the steak a little bit more for Paul, because he says that he wanted it a little more cooked. Hey, listen. I'm trying to make everybody happy. Well, it's going to be a wonderful evening in support of Check Please South Florida. Good food, good fun, and my friend Paul Castronova will be Paul Castronova will be there, and we hope you will too. Tune in next time for 3 new guests recommending 3 of their favorite restaurants right here on Check Please South Florida. I'm Michelle Bernstein, and I will see you then.
Give me some food.
What's cooking on WPBT2? Check out these fun new aprons. With your gift of $40, we'll send you a Check Please cooking apron as a special thanks. Please call 1-800-222-9728 to place your order. Your contribution helps support great programs on WPBT2. Thank you so much for your support.
One of Broadway's best comes to great performances.
Cyrano de Bay.